So you changed because you decided to change. You didn't wait to get fired. Okay? So that sort of a change is a better change than the one here. What happens when you're asked for a presentation and your PC does not work? You need to have a plan, right? What if your pen drive does not have the file? You need to have a plan. So you need to have some amount of change thinking in your head at all times. Remember the second answer, maybe the right answer? There is no right answer. Everybody can choose an answer that is right for him or her. So now, there are two types of thinkers, hard thinkers and soft thinkers. Hard thinkers think logically, consistent, hard work, and very precise about numbers. Soft thinkers, no, they use metaphors, they are very ambiguous, they play around, they go on hunch. So who do you think, or what kind of thinking do you need to launch a new business idea? Huh?
Hard thinker.
Who says hard, raise your hand. Okay, who says soft, raise your hand. Okay, I'll ask you why you said soft. Exactly. When you're launching a new business idea, you need to be free. You need to think across the board. You need to be ambiguous. You need to play around with ideas because you're not certain, right? You're coming up with an idea, you're not certain. You're not still confirmed about this is what you're going to do. So you need to be a soft thinker. The minute you launch your idea, it's launched as a business, as a startup business, you can only do hard thinking, no more soft thinking. Once the business is launched, it's hard thinking. When the business is being created, as you want to start, it's soft thinking. Okay? So this is what it means, that the creative process is that you begin from soft thinking and then you go to hard thinking. Okay, I'm trying to go through a little faster because unfortunately I talk a lot, so I apologize. Alright, and I'm taking a lot of time, so I'm going to just cut that short. So. Does anybody know what this is? Keyboard? It's here, right? It's on your phone? Right? Question for you. Do you know who made that? Who made the keyboard? The guy who made the typewriter. Right? He made the keyboard. Do you know why he made it like that?
Yes, sir.
Why?
First line is his name.
Say this, it's okay, come on.
First line is his name.
No?
So he made this keyboard because we can increase our the typing skills.
Because the hands were getting stuck.
Yeah.
So what he did is because the hands were getting stuck, he randomly threw the alphabets here and there, so you start looking for things. Now question for you. In this laptop, do you see any hands coming out? Any mobile phone? Any fingers coming out? Do you? Why are you following the same keyboard? Why? Do you know how much it costs for a computer manufacturing company to put the keyboard that big? And what would it cost if you reduce the size of it and go with alphabets according to where they need to be? You'll be typing a whole lot faster, and the cost of creating this keyboard on that mobile phone will reduce. So why isn't anybody changing the keyboard? Because nobody is. That's the only thing. So remember when I said dumb apple, smart apple? That's it. Most of the time we're just happy with what there is. This is there. So many musical instruments, cars, telephones, sailboats, they're the way they were in 1950s. We just changed the design a little bit. That's it. There's nothing else that has changed. So the telephone was discovered in 1876. Mobile was discovered in 1973. 1876, 1973. Almost 100 years. Why? Why did it take us so long? Why are we so slow here? Because we get used to things and we get comfortable. We get comfortable very quickly. So you need to understand that if there is a keyboard that could be changed to change the dynamics of electronics business, there are many other things around you, if you look around, that can be changed. So we do this scenario, it's called a what if scenario, okay? This inspires creativity, okay? So it's called what if scenario, makes you creative, okay? So I'm going to ask you a question, and some of you need to give me the answer to that. I'll do that here. What would happen if you were allowed to choose your own subjects and you're given the time to complete it? What would happen? So you come to university and your professor says, okay, what are you studying? Oh, I'm studying this. Okay, how much time do you need to complete it? I need 9 months. Okay, 9 months. Would that be good? Is that a good idea or a bad idea? Bad idea. Who says it's a good idea? I say it's a good idea. Why? Because that way I'll get to do many other things. You see, if I have more time, I will develop more skill and not just education. Because the work environment needs more of your skill, less of your education. So when you go to apply for jobs, they're looking for what? People with experience. If you have some experience with your education, you will be in a far better position to secure that job, right? So, what if all cars driven were electric cars? You know, like the Prime Minister got up from bed and said, from tomorrow, these currency notes will no longer exist. So he wakes up tomorrow from the other side of the bed and says, from tomorrow, all the cars are going to be electric. What will happen? Firstly, good idea, bad idea? Bad idea? Who says good idea? Good idea? Okay, you tell me why it's a good idea.
So because petrol is very expensive and electricity is not.
Okay.
So it's not a perfect good idea, but it's a good idea.
Good.
It's fine.
Why is it a bad idea?
Suddenly it's not a good idea. No, there should be a time.
Okay, so you're not completely wrong, and he's kind of right, and I'll tell you why. When you take a decision, the decision has to have a roadmap. Okay? So let's assume we have 10 million cars on the road, which are fuel cars. And you just tell them, tomorrow, your car needs to be electric, or you're violating a law, some law. Now, what are you going to do with 10 million cars? So while you're trying to save the environment, you are actually creating a huge problem for the environment with all of this scrap metal that will be in the scrapyard. 10 million cars of scrap metal is a lot of metal, right? Number one. Number two, the country has an oil company called Indian Oil Company. What will happen to that company? Okay, so when you take a decision based on a what if, whenever you come up with a business idea on what if, go with both scenarios. This is a good idea, this is a bad idea. Then negotiate that good idea concept with 10 people, bad idea concept with 10 people, to correct what you know. Okay, that way what will happen is that your idea is maturing with more participation. Good ideas only work with more participation. Okay? And when you have a business idea, here's a trick, you should learn this trick. If you have a business idea, do not talk about it with friends or family. Why? They will always tell you the nice things. Oh, beta, very good idea. Don't do it, beta. Nice. Beta bichari jati hai, nothing happens, beta gets destroyed in business. Okay. And then the same family says, beta, ye kya kar diya? Right? So you need to go to total strangers, and tell them, I have this idea, what do you think? What do you think about it? What if you were given $10,000 to launch a business? The university decides to give you $10,000 to launch a business. How much is rupees 10,000? 7 lakhs? Let's say 7 lakhs. You were given 7 lakh rupees to launch a business. Does anybody have an idea for 7 lakhs to launch a business? Raise your hand. What's your idea?
So I have an idea that I'll manage the for example, I just manage the food
Consumption.
Food industry?
No, sir.
About
Food fest?
Yeah.
What's that?
So that we will gather all the famous nearby from the whole UP. We will gather a place and we will get all of them settle their stalls at the same place, and they will advertise that, and we will gather the people to come here and.
So all vegetable, all fruits, all.
Only the popular one like Tunde Gabi, Rahim's, and.
So a restaurant.
At one place.
Restaurant.
No.
Only restaurants?
No.
Then?
Only the famous places of the food. We will gather each.
I mean eating food or food? Eating. That's restaurants, right? It's restaurant.
Yeah.
So you would get Tunde kebabs and others like Tunde kebabs to one
At a
place.
single place.
At a
So
single
that
place.
people don't have go various.
On one day, right? Okay. How many of you think this is a good idea? Keep stopping. How many of you think this is a good idea? Raise your hands. Will you go to a place that says, tomorrow there is a food festival where all the famous food joints are there as stalls? Would you like to go there? Right? Right? And plus it will be special offers, right? Okay. How many of you think it's a bad idea? Now see, it was so simple. I asked him a straightforward question. He came up with an idea, but he's been thinking about that idea, right? It just didn't happen like that, right? He's been thinking about that idea. When you think about something, when you ponder over something for a while, it comes up. I encourage you to continue that and make it into an idea.
So I'm having more ideas.
This one is a good one. This one is a good one.
Okay.
So if you had one day for food restaurants, okay, another day for clothes, yeah, clothes. What else? Another one. Gadgets. Another one.
That's like online expo.
Not online, offline. This is physical.
He was talking about online expo.
Are you allowed talking online or offline?
Offline.
Offline. I know his idea. I'm supposed to invest with him. Okay? So what if you had one day only shoes? All types of shoes. Right? Interesting? One day only jeans, no shirts, only jeans. Right? One day only shirts. Shirts could really lonely. You put shirts somewhere. You put jeans, their legs, they move. But poor hands, But yeah, so I think that's a good idea. But that's what you guys need to do, alright? So you'll be given opportunities like this. You need to develop small ideas and come up. Don't hesitate. Please do not hesitate. What is the worst thing that could happen if you said, this is my idea? What's the worst thing? I will say, it sucks. That's the worst thing, right? You come again and you say, now this is my idea. What's the worst thing? I'll say it sucks. Then you'll come again. Now please, this is my idea. What will I say? What will I say? It's lovely. Let's go for it. I'm going to put money in this. Let's make this into a business. You can't give up because I said it sucks. You can't. You need to keep trying. You will reach a point where I say, this is great, this is lovely, I haven't heard something like this in my life. Let's go for it. Right? So we studied about how to do the DNA, the logical idea which fits a market gap, which is friendly, at the right price, and definitely available. So, you guys know of these brands? Do you know of these brands? Okay, let's choose one brand, okay? Do you want to choose Amazon or do you want to choose Zomato? Amazon, how many? Raise your hands. Zomato, how many? Raise your hands. Okay, so Zomato is in favor, right? So here's a little exercise. I'll ask you simple questions to reach a conclusion which will be a new startup idea, okay? What do you not like about Zomato? Tell me. What do you not like?
They advertise restaurants, but what they advertise sometimes not what you see.
Okay, so they advertise restaurants which is not real, as in these are not the way the food comes to you. Very bad. What else?
So there is a problem in location, to search a location.
Good. Okay, that's a problem. Yes.
We cannot order from multiple restaurants. We have to order from one restaurant.
Yeah. So you can't order food from your choice of restaurant, they force you to choose from a restaurant, right? Yeah.
It's a distance problem.
Distance of what?
Restriction of the kilometers that.
Okay, so they don't have all the coverage, right? What else?
Not reachable to every location.
Not reachable to every location. What else?
So people are not much enough knowledge to grab this opportunity.
Sorry?
Sir, many people do not have much knowledge to grab that opportunity that what is that.
Okay. What else? What else? Come on. You gotta hate Zomato. Help me. If Zomato is fighting for election, they will lose. Come on, guys. Come on. Some more. I need some more hate.
Sir, cancellation of the order.
Cancellation of the order. Now that's a hurt customer. Huh?
Packing charge.
Packet charge?
Packing of the food.
They charge you for that? You're the only one they charge. Nobody else gets charged. I think they're aiming for you. This is a legal issue. We'll discuss it. What else? What else? What else?
Open course.
What else?
Open course.
Coupon order.
Coupon?
Open course.
What about
Don't provide you enough.
They don't provide you enough coupon. You only want to eat free food. Your students need to know. Value for money. Value for money. Coupon? Not value. Okay, so now, if I was to tell you that we're going to launch a new integral food platform to compete with Zomato. Integral University wants to launch a new food program, new platform to compete with Zomato. If we corrected this, can we take Zomato's market share?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So you see how simple that is, right? But it's not really that simple. Ask me why. Because I'm here to give you bad news. So because when you take your suggestions and you apply them in numbers, you realize that you're spending more and you're earning less. So even though your comments are valid, you need to first correct them from a financial standpoint. To see, okay, if I gave you more coupons, if I delivered at any location in Lucknow, if I want to deliver at any location in Lucknow in my new integral food platform, I need to have a lot of drivers. That's a cost for me. Each driver costs 15,000 rupees at least. And then there's the cost of the bike, right? But it is still doable. You can still create a competing product that can beat the hell out of Zomato. Let's talk about Amazon. If you want to compete with Amazon, what do you not like about Amazon? Everybody loves Amazon?
No, it has problems too.
What is the problem?
And what you see is not what you get to see.
Another one. What you see is not what you get.
Yes.
I saw the Pumas and I got something else. Right? I got something else. And then they won't take it back.
You order a chair, they'll bring you a baby chair. And you order a mature chair. You want
I almost thought you said if you order a chair, they get you a baby. Amazon is in the wrong business. So one of the things about Amazon, Snapdeal, and Flipkart is what? Delivery time, right? They promise you wholeheartedly, I will deliver on 12th of April, and there's no delivery. And then you're calling them, it's 13, it's 14, where is my... Sir, it's on the way. On the way where? 16, where is it? It's on the way. 18, where is it? And then you say, what, a bird is carrying it? But what if we launch an integral platform to compete with Amazon, Snapdeal, and Flipkart? And we had this very unique policy. One policy, that's it. Not on time. I'll tell you what's my policy. Our policy is if she ordered something and he ordered something, and they both were supposed to receive, let's say, her bag and his shoes on the 12th of April. And ideally, my platform, Integral, ideally, So my policy says, every other delayed day, you get 50 rupees off from your bill. You know what would happen? Customers would say, please delay. Please. Don't, if the guy comes home to delivery, kick him out. I'm not taking it. Go, come tomorrow. Right? So imagine if he's 4 days late, he's going to give you 200 rupees back. If he's 8 days late, he's going to give you 400 rupees back. Isn't that a good idea? See? So there are ways of trying to optimize in the competitive environment and grab market share. Okay? So you can come up with ideas and you can grow. But the most important thing is a very old man once said, destinations do not matter. What matters is the direction you take today. Don't think so much of your dreams that you forget what you need to do today. Your dreams are made brick by brick. Like I said earlier, nothing can happen in a day, but everything needs to happen daily. Right? So listen, I think if any one of you want to be entrepreneurs and you want to succeed in your life, you need to follow some of these fundamentals, and hopefully the university will set up an entrepreneurship cell, and most likely I will try to mentor it. In all cases, my contact, I will leave my card with one student who will pass it around, and you can click it, and you can reach me at any time. And if I get time, I'll reply back to you. But make sure you use my time well, okay? So I wish you all the best, and I wish you all the best of success. And just one thing more to say to you. What exactly are you waiting for? Because the world is waiting for you. Thank you.